Alright, so a few days ago, you guys saw that I found the perfect place and I didn't end up actually getting it. I'm looking for a new place to rent because my current place is $1,400 a month plus utilities. It's 2 bedrooms, it's in the West End, so I'm not really downtown, which I love to go downtown almost every day. So I'm looking and I found this place. It was $725 a month, all inclusive. So it was less than half my rent and all internet, cable, hydro included. Long story short, it was a 5-bedroom place. You had to take the lease for the whole 5 bedrooms and then sublet the other 4 yourself, which is a pretty big risk because the total rent is like $36.25. So if some students, you know, leave you with the bill, you're kind of screwed. So I was contemplating, and like a bunch of my clients, it took too long to make a decision, and then by the time I called him back, he said, well, somebody's on their way, they've already agreed to sign the whole lease. So then he called me when they were there, and he said, you know what, they've agreed, sorry, but it's theirs. So I'm going out today with Kat again. I'm gonna go look at a few places. So I'm gonna take today's vlog and kind of go through some of the tips I know from being a real estate broker here in Toronto and applying it to students and anyone else looking for rent. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at places that aren't on the Toronto MLS, so the system the real estate agents use. So aside from the knowledge and my past experience, I don't have a edge over any of the other, you know, students or any of the other tenants looking for a place. On Kijiji, Craigslist, Padlister, there's groups on Facebook. So one is get all your ducks in a row before you go out. You know, if you're looking at places that want a credit report, job letter, references, have all that written down and be ready to go. Because if you do see that nice place, if a good thing comes up, it can be gone in a day, right? So there's not even any sense looking around unless, you know, you're ready to jump on it. Besides that, I'm gonna head out now, and as I go through the day, if I come up with any other tips for you guys, I will share them with you. Alright, so I'm running pretty late. I'm not even downtown yet, and I'm supposed to be there in 6 minutes. So this leads me to my next tip, number 2. Be on time for your showings, right? If you're gonna meet your landlord or your potential landlord or roommates or whatever, it's best not to disrespect their time. And if you are going to be late, this is one thing, because people are late for showings all the time in my business. The most courteous thing you can do is not just show up late, but as soon as you know you're going to be 5-10 minutes late, call the person you're meeting and say, hey, you know what, I'm running late. So that way they know, you know, if they're running late, they don't have to rush like crazy, and if they're already there, they can go get a coffee or hang out, so they're not there waiting for you. Which then I can segue into, while we're on the topic of meeting your landlord, or roommates or whoever, you know, you're going to be signing a lease with, dress presentable. There's a saying that I really like. I don't know who said it, but it goes something along the lines of, every day when you go out, prepare yourself, dress yourself like you're about to meet the woman of your dreams. It's a little superficial, but I like where it's coming from. Is first impressions in this world are such a big thing. It's a lot better to make a good first appearance and then, you know, come a little down from, you know, okay, like not dressed in a suit, but I'm not always going to be in a polo shirt and nice shorts, rather than me show up like a bum and then try and work my way up from there, right? So the last time I went out looking for places, I went in like a sleeveless shirt and some raggedy shorts. And not to say that I personally wouldn't rent to someone like that, but I mean, when there's 100 people coming in to look at these places, every little thing counts, right? Like if you're there, you got to get there before everyone. You got to make a good first impression. You got to be friendly. Just like in the world of business, if there's plenty qualified and similarly experienced options, you know, the most charismatic or the one you get along with the most is usually going to get the position, the job, the tenancy agreement. Police, open up. What up? How you doing, buddy?
Yo, we got here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so good news, we found a place, we signed the lease, we're good to go. I gotta give him my deposit tomorrow because the bank was closed by the time we went there. So a couple of things that I was reminded of today is, when you guys are going out, have all your ducks in a row ready to go, because when we got to that place we liked, there was already a few other showings booked that day. There was a second offer put in, but they had already accepted us. We wouldn't have been able to do that unless we had all of our, you know, our money in the bank ready to get our deposit, our credit check and all that stuff. You know, our credit check, our job letters, all that in a row. When these units are competitively priced, it only takes a day or two for them to lease out completely. And so we got an awesome place. It's gonna be like 800 bucks a month each, including hydro and all that. Internet's extra. And, oh, this is another point. So you try and make that good first impression I spoke about earlier, right? I was very polite when I met the landlord or the landlord's agent, and he saw that I had a car. I mean, this is downtown Toronto, so a parking spot in a condo is like $100 to $150, even $200 a month. So he saw that I had a car, and then when we called to say, you know, we want it, the landlord said, you know what, our agent, I think it was a family member, he said they really liked you guys, so we want to give you the garage for free. It was so nice, like it was such a sweet family, like everybody was really nice, but you know, we hit it off. We made a good first impression. They liked us, they wanted us. You can have the whole garage. So for now, that's all I can think of. I'm gonna go back and play some poker. I just came to get my wallet because I left it in the car. So as I continue to think, I'm gonna try and give some more solid tips for renters because September is here, so all the students are looking and all the procrastinators don't have a place yet. And just people in general. I mean, I'm a real estate broker, so why not give some real estate advice for free?